Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of August, right through the end of September 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And of course, I've opened up a second competition to win a free personal reading from me. I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on, though, because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. What can they expect for the next coming weeks regarding their career? Spirit guides, guardian angels, what are they meant to know regarding their money situation? Can you please guide them, show them the way? What is to come towards them at this time? What do they need to be aware of? Well, the first card there is your higher calling. So I definitely see that you're focusing on what you get out of your career, how you add value to the industry that you work in, but you're called to do something a little bit different at this time. I feel like you're focusing on your true life's mission and purpose, that calling that you have. And I feel some of you, you've been pretty exhausted and you've been questioning your path a little bit recently. Even though you may love what you do, you've been questioning, is this the right direction? Some of you may have experienced some blockages recently. And yeah, you could see it with the death card there. So I could definitely feel it in your energy. You're transforming something or something has changed within your working environment. And it just feels like it set you in motion to do a bit of self-evaluation. So it could be that your industry is changing or perhaps you feel called to investigate a different path. Now, it can be that you're utilizing your skill set and transferring those skills elsewhere, but I just see a lot of change going on in your career, in your industry, but also how you approach it. And I feel a lot of you are looking at the tasks and responsibilities that you have and kind of like tweaking them. You know, perhaps there is an easier way to do something that you don't potentially like doing day to day. So it could be that you're finding a fun way to file something that perhaps was a little bit of a burden before. For some of you, it could be that you're getting rid of like outdated practices, or you are, you know, implementing new equipment in some way or software to help you ease what you do day to day. Because I feel like there's an alternative way or an alternative approach is what I see there, okay? Now, let's get straight to the rest of your cards before I connect fully. I mean, you do have the Magician card there, so a lot of focus this month, a lot of productivity. I feel like you're going to get a lot done. And also, I'm only taking uprights in each deck just so you're aware there. But I feel something that you have your eye on, because I feel like you've got your eye on the prize, some sort of goal. I feel like you're going to be like tunnel vision in the next coming weeks, focusing towards getting it sorted or it finished, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of tasks and responsibilities done. Now that 9 of Pentacles, a lot of you are working towards financial independence. Some of you even may be thinking about going solo, or you have a creative side that you're embracing at this time, and it's going to bring you a lot of money. That 9 of Pentacles is, you know, focusing on building a life of luxury or comfort in some way to be financially stable. We've got the 10 of Wands there as well. So I definitely feel like you've got a lot on your plate. I feel like some of you, it feels like it's like it's all you. Like you are picking up all the slack, or you're picking up extra work, or perhaps extra work is being thrown upon you and you're just feeling overburdened right now, overworked. You may feel like there's no support or lack of resources in some way, and it just feels like a lot. It's heavy energy there with that 10 of Wands. Some of you tend to do everything yourself, because with the Magician card present, it can indicate that there is a level of control where you recognize that if you don't do it, no one's going to do it. Or there could also be, you may as well do it yourself if you want it done well, because you may feel that other people just don't have the work ethic or the attention to detail that you have. But what I see here is you being in the spotlight for something in the next coming weeks and months, recognized for your talent. You're very gifted. The Magician card actually indicates that you are someone who is naturally gifted, but also you have acquired knowledge along the way. So I feel like you tend to stand out. There's a magical energy in your presence in your working environment. But I see that you're focused on more money. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is your starting position energy. So that means that you are starting the month perhaps with a little bit of excess money, or you've been saving. And the Two of Pentacles at the end there, it can indicate that the next 6 weeks your finances are fluctuating. Okay, so I will get into that when I get to it. I'll clarify a little bit there, but I feel like you're still going to be on course for your saving goals, but there may be something here that because I feel like actually you're saving for something to treat someone. It feels like a family member or someone who you consider your soul tribe. I feel like you may be investing in like some sort of gift to that person, and that's what you're saving for. And it feels like it takes a large chunk of your savings or your money. So that's coming out there as well. But it will be replenished is what I'm being given there. Over time, you will build your pot back up. So it could be someone who's got a monumental birthday, or perhaps you're just going above and beyond and treating this person because you really love them. That's coming out there in your energy with your 10 of Cups. But let's get to the details. Your first card there is your higher calling card, and this is the Judgment card. So this is about you weighing up your options. Some of you may have had a bit of a wake-up call in your career or your industry. Something's changing behind the scenes, and I feel like for a lot of you with that 10 of Wands and that Herald of Cups in the resistance position, I feel like you used to love what you do, and for some of you, it just feels like the role has changed in some way, or there's just been excess work because a lot of people have been either exiting the industry or there's been a lot of redundancies. The Death card can indicate, the end of positions going on, and you're having to pick up the slack there. So it feels like it's a lot right now. And with the Star energy, I feel like you're actually doing a really great job. I feel like you're being noticed for going above and beyond. And even though it's hard work, I feel like you're not really grumbling about it. I mean, deep down, you may be very thoughtful about the next steps. You may be thinking about what you want to do with your career and gaining a lot of clarity and downloads right now, because this card is like thinking about leaving your old life behind in order to embrace something new. So some of you could be thinking about putting your resume out there, or just keeping your eye on the job market to see what's going on there. With the Two of Pentacles and the Star, you are very creative and very talented, and a lot of you are thinking about second streams of income or doing something creative on the side at this moment in time. And I see some of you could actually launch some sort of creative endeavor because I feel there's a new beginning happening here for you, following your heart or following your bliss. So this could be an idea that you've had, and it may be something that you've thought about doing with a family member or a soul tribe member, but ultimately I feel like you could do it alone as well. I feel like you've got a lot of creative control here. So if you're thinking about second streams of income, I see it as a very positive avenue to increase your wealth. It will be a small increase at first, but it will grow exponentially later on. Of course, it's going to be a lot of hard work. You know that. So don't burn yourself out. But for those of you who are currently in a role, and I feel with the Nine of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands there, you may feel like you want a little bit more creative freedom in your environment. You feel exhausted, but also you feel some of you are like currently thinking of changing old patterns or old ways of doing things. When you work in a company for years and they're like, okay, this is the way we do it day to day. It's a repetitive cycle. It's a system that works. Suddenly things are changing. So it could be that I hate to say it, things like AI are kind of coming in, and, perhaps they are changing the way that things are done. Maybe there's a bit more of a speedy time, and at first it may benefit you, but some of you may be thinking long term, like, what does this mean? So for the long term, but I actually see with the star energy, you're someone who is an asset to a team and a company. So I would say right now it's benefiting you, whatever this change is. But I feel there's an energy here of a lot of you just restructuring the way that you work, okay? And I feel like you're connected to your true life's mission and purpose path, but also I feel like you're trying to make a decision on something. So I feel although you're going to be very productive over the next coming weeks and months, I feel like you're going to be very organized in getting things in order because you need to make a decision on something for your long-term happiness in your role, okay? Now, the Judgment card can indicate that you understand what you need to do, or you're being called forward to make a move, especially with the 9 of Pentacles there. This could be a call to become financially independent or even set up something on your own. The 9s can be about solitary energy. You are capable of going solo. You're someone who has a lot of knowledge, but ultimately, if I move that to the side, because I feel a lot of you are thinking about it, but perhaps you're just strategizing, or you've just launched something, or with that Death card in the resistance position, you may be about to launch something and it will be very lucrative. But ultimately, with the higher calling and the 9 of Pentacles, this is you kind of just focusing with a very disciplined attitude to your plans. I feel like you have your plans in motion and you're just trying to make things more simplified. I feel like you're getting on top of your goals and your responsibilities and your tasks. You're in the flow of doing. The 9 of Pentacles is investment in energy, and it can also be that you're being discerning about where you put your energy. Because I feel like obviously you're prioritizing on things that are most important, and anything else you're leaving on the back burner to return to it when you have time to focus on it. So I feel like, your strategy is a winning one because you're utilizing your time to its most effectiveness. But also this card can indicate that you're completing work that you began like a long time ago. So I feel like tying up loose ends on projects that are in motion. Some of you may be doing that because you're actually leaving a role, especially with that 10 of Wands. It could be that it's the end of a role and you're just getting everything organized before you move on to a new role there. There's a little bit more flexible for you. Could also be some of you are moving into new hours of ways of working. Some of you may be like working from home part-time, but also in the office, or it could be if you're an entrepreneur, you're stationed somewhere a little bit solid, or, stationed somewhere that's a little bit long-term, but also you're flexible in order to go off traveling or work from home, because the 2 of Pentacles is a little bit more flexibility in the working environment. And I feel it could be either a new practice or a new computer system or software, or just a restructure of your schedule that helps you be a little bit more flexible there as well. Now, the 9 of Pentacles is a very good positive card because it basically means that you're financially independent at this time, at least comfortable. And of course, there is a small increase coming towards you regarding finances, but you worked super hard for it. The 9 of Pentacles indicates that, you're investing a lot of time and energy into whatever it is that you do. And also, I am getting an energy here of safety in the working environment, okay? So it could be that there may be new safety measures, health and safety. When sometimes you get a meeting or an appraisal for the environment that you work in, and it could be that you're called to have like a new health and safety meeting, or maybe you're given an incentive to be like a health and safety officer or a first aider or a fire warden in your current working environment, and it could increase your money. There's an incentive there for you to be that person who is like a banner of responsibility, where you point people in the direction of the exits, okay? Because I'm getting a strong sort of health and safety exits kind of energy. Some of you are going to be on gardening leave if you're leaving a position. There could be a period, an extended period, where you have to just, ride it out to the end of your contract, because that 10 of Wands can indicate, that you're still being paid as you exit. So I feel this transition period is going to help you really nicely to move smoothly into a new role that is more flexible, that brings in a little bit of an increase in your finances. Things are going to work out unexpectedly in new roles. I feel like you're making an impact, and I feel like quite quickly you staircase in your finances. So if you're currently out of work and you're looking for a new position, or you're just keeping your eye on the job market looking for alternative work, I feel like there's one coming on in where you literally stand out from the crowd. You are above the competition, and I feel like you've manifested this role. But what's really exciting about it is you start at a certain level of pay and then you increase quite quickly. So you staircase. So either there's like a certain amount of money you get as a probation period, and then as you clear that probation period, you're given more money. I just see an increase, which is really wonderful there as well. Now, the Ten of Wands, of course, it can indicate you've got a lot on your plate right now. You're feeling a little bit stressed out. You're feeling a lot of pressure there. And I feel like you're someone who is very strong and you've endured a lot. So I feel like, the next 6 weeks is about sustaining and maintaining a position. But also with that Ten of Wands, just watch out for burnout, because I feel like you're pretty close to that already, if not there, and you're trying to manage your stress levels. But I see, there's so many skulls in this picture. So some of you, it could be that you're witnessing a downsizing going on in your market or in your industry. Maybe there's redundancies. Some of you may have even been made redundant before you came to this reading, and you are now searching for a new role, but you're making sure that it is more in alignment with your life's purpose. So I feel like you're given a wonderful blank canvas there where opportunity will knock, but it could go in any direction. And now with that Magician card, you're more in control of your destiny. And I feel like you're vocalizing your needs so they can be met. Because remember, you're the person who is gifted and talented. They require your skills. So it's not just a case of you needing a job. They also need you. And with that mindset, that's when you can negotiate a better deal. You're not settling for anything less than you truly deserve and desire, okay? Now, a lot of you, as I said, you may see a lot of people moving or changing industries. There may be some redundancies going on there, but this Ten of Wands, it can also indicate here that you're done on a project, okay? And it could mean that this is a very lucrative deal that is beneficial for your company. It sets you apart from other people. You are the golden person, winning the day, winning the contract, winning the client. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be you standing out from the crowd. Even if you work in a family business or industry, it could be that you are having lots of ideas, you're really inspired to change the business around in some way, and it makes it stand out. It's a very lucrative time for you. It will increase. It will be a slow increase at first, but it will increase the profits there as well. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, this could be that you are finishing on a project and now you're looking for the next project, especially if you're a freelancer. It can be that, you've accumulated a certain amount of money here, but I feel like you're biding your time until the next paycheck, especially if you're freelance. So I feel like a lot of you are making your services known or promoting yourself in the next coming weeks and months in order to get your next job. And I see two really great ones coming along that offer you, one is a little bit above the rate that you potentially normally ask for, and the other one is the rate that you ask for. So there could be some sort of bonus there that is connected to that. But either way, I feel with that Ten of Wands, you've got a lot on your plate. Whatever it is you do, I feel like you've got a lot on, not just your mind, but also I feel like you're gathering the energy for some sort of change, okay? This card indicates that you're clearing space for new beginnings or a new start in some way. And for some of you on a personal level, this could be like new starts in terms of service providers, you're ending contracts perhaps, where you've been with a company for a long time, but their service isn't as good anymore, or the money is too much. They've increased their prices and you're like, I'm done. You're looking elsewhere to pay less money out. So that Two of Pentacles can indicate that things are working in your favor. You're finding services that provide a discount or a better rate for the service that is offered. So I feel a lot of you are just looking at decluttering your life and your spending habits at this moment in time. Could be that you're connected to some sort of subscription that you don't utilize anymore, and you feel, you know what, there's no point in paying for it if I don't really have time to look at it anymore. For some of you, you may hear of companies or service providers or places where you've had subscriptions. You may hear that they're closing down as well. And it may disappoint you, is what I see there. But there may be like a spin-off branch is what I'm being given. So it could be that they set up something different, and maybe something that you're interested in, because I feel like the price is a little bit lower, but you'll investigate that further to see if that's for you. But ultimately, that 10 of Wands, I feel the next coming weeks, it's going to be busy, and I feel like you require a lot of strength to actually, tie up loose ends on projects, get everything done. I feel a lot of you may even be thinking about spending a few extra hours in the office, because I'm just getting this energy that, my work is never done. So it could be that, you are juggling a lot of things, because you got that 2 of Pentacles there. You could be like dropping children off at college or at school, or, maybe daycare, and you're just busy showing up for yourself, that warrior, working through your business. Then you have to come home, and then there's work to be done in the home space. And I just feel like you've been always on the go. But with the Death card there, the Herald of Cups and the Ten of Cups, there is an energy here that for some of you, it just feels like, you need a break, and you're going to take that break, is what I see. Okay, I really feel that a rest will help you in terms of inspiration, new ideas. And when you're feeling drained, it just feels like after the 6 weeks are up, you're just like sprightly and your energy is rejuvenated. And I just feel like you are being recognized for all your hard work, because I feel it is hard work, is what I see there with that 10 of Wands. And some of you may be kind of like okay with the money that you've got right now for what you're working on. I feel there's an energy of being comfortable with that 9 of Pentacles, but I also feel like you're making some changes in order to increase later on. A staircase of energy, but also a staircase of status or responsibility is there. You're manifesting a dream job or a dream role. Whether you're in a career or not right now, whether you're looking for work or not right now, I feel like you're manifesting something extra. And there is some sort of development going on here that you're going to be surprised about, okay? I do feel you're being called to have balance between work and play, because a lot of you are feeling a bit stuck in a cycle of responsibility and hard work. It just feels like you're being pushed and pulled in many different directions right now, and you need that break, okay? With the Death card, it's in the resistance position, so it can indicate that some of you are feeling a little bit stuck in this cycle, and you're trying to break free from it. This is a card that can indicate also that some of you, even though you've had a lot of work on your plate, you've been met with resistance when you've asked for help or support. You just feel like everybody's out for themselves, or everybody's under the struggling weight of work, so they cannot offer help or support at this time. So I feel like something needs to change. Some of you, I feel there's some changes going on behind the scenes in your industry, and that's why there's so much extra work to be done. So it could be that you are intuitively feeling, or perhaps knowing, with that Herald of Cups there, it could be that you are currently aware that people are not offering help, or there's no resources to help in your current circumstances right now because things are going through a change. This could be a merge in industries, or changes in rules and regulations and policies in a company, or perhaps it just feels like the economy right now, everything is strained. So it's a knock-on effect, and it's affecting pretty much every industry at this moment in time. But with the transformation card there, it means there are changes going on that will benefit you. So for some of you, this could be you breaking old habits and releasing anything that's been holding you back. Again, I feel this is more of a change in terms of equipment, electronic gadgets, and apps and things that benefit you, software that will benefit you and make the way that you work easier. Also, the Death card, something big is ending, okay? So it could be that there is a person, I'm getting an energy and I'm getting a song at the same time. I'm being given a song, very famous song by the Eurythmics, actually. I'm hearing Thorn in My Side, that's all you ever were. Okay, that's what I'm hearing right now. So there could be someone who basically made life a bit of a misery in the working environment. You're going to hear of their exit. And I feel with that 10 of Cups there, I feel this person, there's two energies coming out. I'm feeling like half of those people leave due to family issues, okay? That's what I'm feeling there. But also I'm getting an energy that they cause so much conflict in the working environment that they are exited, okay? So you may hear of someone in quite a high position, leaving. And this is a person who may have caused a bit of a bone of contention with you. So that song, Thorn in My Side, it's obviously about someone who is causing issue or conflict. I feel like they're being removed. And I feel this is going to really lighten the environment in some way. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. But I feel for some of you, you've been playing a bit of a waiting game, waiting for the right moment to leave something, because of course the Death card signals the end of something, but it also heralds the beginning of something new. So even if you're staying where you are right now, this Herald of Cups is offering you something that you're going to love. Heralds, of course, they talk about news. They are news bringers. So I feel right now, in the next 6 weeks, well, I feel it's around about the 3rd or 4th week from now, you're going to hear some news that really is going to make your heart sing. So this could be that there's a small incentive or an increase, or you're being recognized for a job well done. There's a recognition here. For some of you, it's an award. If you're creative, it could be that people are noticing your gifts or services or your goods in some way. It could be that, the star energy is fame. So this is about your recognition, but also your reputation for being the best at what you do. So I definitely see there's an opportunity here to showcase your skills. For some of you, you're going to have an appraisal if you're working for a company, and I feel there's an energy here where someone, it's like they're really happy with what you do, but they kind of pull rank and kind of like suggest that they want to help you thrive and rise, but also it feels that they're trying to give you more work. So I would just note that, because I feel this is a bit of a test, because I also feel that there are some changes coming up and they want you on their team, but also they want to make sure that you're up to the job, because there could be some new roles available in the next coming months that they are singling you out for. And I feel this is a very lucrative time for you. So if someone is testing you, or you feel, hang on a minute, this seems a little bit like a test, it feels a little bit out of character for this person to be so sort of like, I don't want to say professional, because I feel that this person is professional, but it's also this energy of being a bit cold. So if they're not normally so sort of austere, just watch out, because I feel this person is kind of testing you on something and you pass the test. Okay, so with the Herald of Cups, this also indicates that you're looking at your skill set. I feel a lot of you are looking at talents or skills that you're not utilizing right now and seeing if you can transfer those skills into other areas, whether it's a new role coming up, because a lot of you with that 10 of Wands and the Death card, you're leaving a position, or you've already left a position and you're entering into a new working environment. Something's a little bit more flexible, somewhere where it actually appreciates what you do and also sees that there's a lot of growth and potential in you, and that actually, you are someone who sees things in the working environment that other people do not. You pay a lot of attention to detail. You're very professional, very organized, and I feel like you are the star on the team. I feel this is, you being hired if you're going for an interview, because you are above the competition and better than the rest. So I want you to be aware of that. But also, I feel a lot of you, even if you are not leaving the company that you're working for right now, there could be some changes where you either move into a different office, or maybe there's some sort of restructure or refurbishment going on. There just feels like there's a change. And ultimately, at the end of it, even though it is a bit of a disruption for a period of time, you're going to love it long term, okay? But something big is changing here for you. I feel for some of you, it could be that you're stepping into a new role, or there is new projects or new work being offered here, and you rise to the challenge, and I feel like you are in command and in control. We also have the 10 of Cups there, but it is in the resistance position. So some of you, for example, you may be leaving the family business, or perhaps someone in the family business decides to leave and go solo. And I feel it just frees things up a little bit and gives you more creative control, whichever way it is that you're going there. If you are deciding to stay in the family business, or you are actually someone who is entering the family business, I feel like you are someone who turns things around and steers the ship to increase finances, but also makes the business more visible. So you could be doing some marketing at this time, because I feel promotion is happening around you. Whether you're in a family business or not, I feel like whatever it is that you do, people are noticing you. They're seeing you for your skill set, and there's a lot of success here. Also, there is a wish, something you've been manifesting to happen in your career. It's going to work out unexpectedly, so it's not exactly as you visioned it to be, is what I got to be honest with there, but it's even better than what you envisaged it to be, is what I'm being given there. Because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. Now, I do see that some of you have been working really hard, and although you're a team player, you may feel a little bit isolated or on your own. You just feel like you're the one bearing the brunt of all the work and that there's no support. But this will change over time, because I feel someone is going to notice that you've been buckling under the strain, or because I get an energy, some of you may actually just be tying up loose ends to go on a vacation or to take some time off, or maybe even think about sabbatical. And whoever fills your shoes, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Librans have been doing this all by themselves, and they're going to make it highlighted to someone in a position of authority. And when you come back, you may actually find that you've got support or help or an assistant offered to you, okay? Or it could be that things are going to be delegated for you in the future. But I feel, unfortunately, it's going to take someone else noticing and grumbling about the workload before it changes for you specifically, is what I see there. But the Ten of Cups is to feel fulfilled, and it will go into the upright. I feel like you're going to be very productive. I feel there's going to be a much more peaceful time as you leave the 6 weeks, okay? Because I feel this is a critical point where there's a lot of things going on. You're pushed and pulled in many different directions. You're multitasking, but at the end of it, you're going to feel really proud. You got a lot done, and I feel there is reward there. At this moment in time, I feel there's a small financial reward for it. So I feel like some of you could be setting yourself up for a bonus or some sort of incentive, new money, a little bit of a raise there. Because I feel with that Two of Pentacles, there is a raise available to you or is being made available to you. But I feel like you worked really hard for it. It may not reflect the amount of work that you've done, because I feel like you deserve more. Some of you may be leaving a role in order to get more elsewhere. But your final cards, we've got manifestation, and this, of course, is the Magician cards. Your thoughts become things, okay? So I really feel this is about you being super focused this month, prioritizing. You know, you are someone who is a force to be reckoned with, and you are going to accomplish all the goals that are set for you. Have confidence in your skill set. You're taking action, you're concentrating, and you are accomplished. I feel there's a lot of success here. This card indicates there's a lot of potential here, but it's also a potent message of your creator magic, okay? You are a powerful manifester, but also you're a powerful creator. You are someone who is super talented, so whether you are creatively conjuring something up with an idea, or you are utilizing your skills or your talents to make something happen or change something, it's going to benefit you, and you're going to see the power of your mind and your ideas in motion, and it's going to cause a ripple effect. And there's so much success here, because this is to manifest, and this is to achieve and receive a wish being delivered. Something is coming true for you here. But also I feel there's a brighter future that you're working towards and looking forward towards as well. I mean, some of you, because the Ten of Wands is there, some of you are looking at pensions. You're thinking about, you know, how much you can put in independently in your pension pot. You could even have a meeting with a pensions advisor in the next coming weeks and months. Some of you are actually thinking about when to retire, the age that you want to set in motion for that. And I feel like actually you stick to that. I feel like you don't delay it. I feel you do stick to your plans on when you want to retire, okay? But I feel it may be in alignment with someone who's close to you. So if you're married, for example, it could be in alignment with your spouse, or if you're in a high-level commitment with your partner. For some of you, if you're single, it could be that you are thinking about retiring in alignment with a friend or family member, a sibling. So that's coming out there as well. But with the Star energy, this is a card that indicates that you're going to be in the spotlight for some sort of good news over the next coming weeks and months. Have faith, because I feel like you're on the right track, and whatever decisions intuitively you're making to change your working environment or strategize for the future, I feel like you're right on target. The Star energy indicates you're someone who naturally stands out from the crowd. You're naturally gifted. I've already mentioned that. But this is a card of inspiration. So lots of new ideas happening happening at this point. I feel, you are experiencing what you do, and I feel there is recognition with this as well. But also the star can occur with a new beginning. So I feel some of you could be, as I said, transferring your skills into a new environment. And with that Two of Pentacles, some of you, it could be that you're setting up as a consultant, or you're actually deciding to become solo, or perhaps you're just investigating and curious right now about setting up a practice solo or working independently or as a freelance. Can you have the best of both worlds? There's an energy of potentially moonlighting here as well. So I feel, you will decide what's best for you ultimately. But this card is an indication that, you are going to get clarity in any decisions you need to make right now. You're so grateful for what you have right now, but the best is yet to come. Okay. And finally, we have that Two of Pentacles, which means you're going to be super busy. I mentioned that multitasking, but also this is about your choices. You're going to weigh up your options, and you're going to make a decision that is more in alignment with what makes you happy. Serenity, good fortune, well-being, and peace, as well as money. And I feel like you are going to be in a state of pleasure in all that you've accomplished, because at the end of the 6 weeks, there's just this energy of like a job well done there. Now, of course, the Two of Pentacles, it can indicate that some of you are moving money around at this moment in time. You could be, making sure that you set up accounts to save for something, or it could be that you are dipping into savings in some way in order to purchase some large gift for a family member, is what I see there as well. But also, this Two of Pentacles, it can indicate that you are constantly moving. You're going to be really busy, and you are trying hard not to overspend as well there with that Two of Pentacles. But also it's a card that indicates that your efforts are bringing you joy, or will be bringing you joy, and that things are changing, but you are fully present. And I feel like you're going to embrace and be eager to experience some of these surprises that are coming your way. Things are going to develop in unexpected ways, and it's a time for flexibility in these changes. Trust the process, because the universe is actually shaping things to come for you that is going to be very beneficial. And I feel like your dreams are manifesting in the material world. That's what this card tends to mean as well. So I feel like you're investing a lot of hard work and energy into making your dreams become a reality. Your financial goals become a reality there as well. I feel there is a fluctuation here, so it feels like sometimes you're on point, sometimes you're frustrated and under a lot of pressure, and then it can be that suddenly there's a little bit of a plateau or a respite, and then I feel there's a cycle going on here of you moving through busy times in your industry, and then a lull, and then busy times, and then a lull. And I feel like, you're utilizing your time to tie up loose ends when things are at a lull. And, when you're under pressure, you're getting the most critical things sorted. If you are under some sort of time limit, I definitely see that you're going to hit your mark, okay? So I'm just going to pull some final cards for you. For some of you, with the Ten of Cups and the Herald of Cups, these are dreams becoming a reality, but also there's an energy of sharing your skill set or sharing your knowledge. Now, this could be with a friend. Doesn't have to be, though. It could be that you're setting up a course of learning to help people online learn about what you do, and it could be a lucrative thing for you as well financially. But I'm seeing a clock right now in the water. So it's more about having the time, because I feel like you've got a lot on your plate. Maybe the idea is there, but it's like finding the time. It may not be in the next 6 weeks, but you could be getting ready to launch something after the 6 weeks, okay? Now, I want you to be aware as well that, of course, there is a rogue card in this deck. It's meant to be there. I want you to be aware of that and not freaking out that perhaps there's just an unusual card that shouldn't be there, but it should be there, and not everybody gets the card. In fact, no signs have got this card over the last couple of weeks. So what I do feel, though, is some of you could be launching something, because it is a launch card. I do get an energy here of you launching something that you've been working on for quite some time. So it could be like a rebranding, could be a new way of working, could be a new idea, but I definitely see it's going to bring you joy and a little bit of excitement as well there. So final cards, we've got wings. So being protected in your position, being guided, rising above money issues, businesses taking off, profit, spiritual work, life purpose, and mission. I mean, That was your first card, okay, the higher calling card. So I'm not surprised. This is about you listening to your heart, being on target, and, basically implementing your skills to do something that you really love and be financially recompensed for it. Something that will benefit both you and your family is what I see. Also, I do see that you have a talent that you haven't fully developed yet, that you may actually start thinking about over the next coming weeks and months. And it may be something that you can do as a side hustle there too. We've also got frame. Okay, so this is more about prioritizing what's important, and everything else can be done at a later date. It says here steady income, organizing, accomplishments, art and design, home-oriented, self-employed. Okay, so I think I mentioned briefly about doing something in the home space, but if I didn't, I really get an energy that some of you, it may be splitting your time between like an office or a steady place of working, and then perhaps doing something from the home space there too. But also art and design, very important. I feel like if you're in a creative industry, your time to shine is now. Promote your work, have confidence in it. But also I see a lot of you thinking about going solo. The self-employment thing, Nine of Pentacles is independence. So I feel like you could be moving towards being an entrepreneur, or if you are one already, I feel like you are attracting a lot of attention to your business at this time, and your sales or your goods are going to fluctuate, but it brings in a lot of money. So it's going to be a very busy time, but at the same time, it's going to be rewarding. And finally, we've got seal. So this is about sealing a deal, okay? It says here, business contract, documents, the gift of money. Writing, clerical, paperwork, staying put. So, I feel, although it says staying put there, I feel some of you, you're questioning whether you should stay put. Because of that Death card in the resistance position, a lot of you may be thinking about leaving, but you're putting it on hold, or you're just biding your time, playing a bit of a waiting game before you decide to leave for a new role. And maybe you're waiting to see how some changes affect you long term. But also I feel this could be a new contract coming in. But if you're given a new contract to sign, I mean, you didn't get the Justice card, which is all about legal documentation. But if you are given a new contract to sign and you're currently in a job that you've been in for quite some time, please make sure you look at the fine print, because, anything you sign now, it starts from now. It nullifies anything that went before, and you don't want to lose out on any benefits or bonuses, because, new merges and new contracts basically mean like you're starting afresh. So just watch out for that. Now, I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We have the gift rune. Now, this is all about contracts. It's about fortunate events, surprises, sudden changes in your working environment that benefit you, okay? But it's also about utilizing your gifts and loving what you do, okay? Now, also, for some of you, if you've been having problems in the working environment, I feel like you get results now and you find solutions to any problems. And we've got a mermaid. So some of you are doing like a bit of a deep dive in your career right now. She has a shell on her heart space, on her heart chakra. So this is about listening to your heart, okay, doing something that you love, but also, the mermaid has a back there, turning your back on anything that really isn't good for your career, or you don't love doing at this time. I mean, we've all got tasks and responsibilities that we don't particularly like about a certain thing that we do in our job, but we have to do them. So it's about finding a way to approach them that makes them fun or makes us feel excited about it, so we keep things fresh. So perhaps that's you kind of like looking at re-strategizing or approaching your career in a different way, opening yourself up to new strategies, remaining where you are, getting a lot done, but at the same time streamlining your energy to invest in a more time-efficient way, or utilizing electronic equipment or software to benefit you in that in some way too. So very positive time. That Two of Pentacles, I feel something is coming in towards you that is being offered there, something you manifested, but I feel like you've got a choice. There's two things being offered to you. So you will make your decision on that, but ultimately the outcome is something you manifested and something you wished for. And I feel like you're having more reach, or people are noticing you more, being recognized for what you do. Your status is increasing, but also I feel like your reputation is someone who is destined for the top and very successful indeed. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates there for you, my beautiful Librans. If you'd like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer." My guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. And please keep your notification bell on, because I will upload a video at the end of August announcing the winner, and you'll want that notification bell on to alert you to that, to see if it's your name that's contained in that video. And of course, you'll be able to communicate with me on how to get that reading to you. Okay. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.